Okay, 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 yeah, okay. That wasn't for y'all. That was for me. That was me talking to God, talking to the universe, just saying, okay, like I get it. I did not care to really post about this theory that I have because it wasn't like it didn't. It was there for me, but if I would have posted it, I feel like it just wasn't enough oomph for me to talk about. But now that Beyonce is talking about cars, we gonna get into cars. Period. Yeah. So if you know Lightning McQueen, you know that he was an arrogant, spoiled little brat. Okay? Spoiled. He had some fans that he liked, but then he had his sponsor / fans that he wasn't really cool with because I guess they were just old and rusty. Unlike some of the other sponsors that were in play, they didn't really offer him anything. They didn't. He didn't see himself getting anywhere alongside them. Good team. Yeah.
You figure that out.
Back to how he felt about Rusty's. They were, set to the side. He didn't really care for them. Kind of sad. But he was about that life. He was a star nonetheless. A whole star. Like, he was famous. People knew him. Okay? But then he got lost in a little town. In a little old town that humbled him real quick. Very quickly. Brought him down to earth. And told him about himself. Kind of one of those, rebirths, transformations. I could look it up again to see when she went to Marfa, 2010 or 2016. But she went to Marfa, which is a little town in Texas. Ever since I went to Marfa, ain't no trouble on my mind, right? Lightning McQueen didn't have no trouble on his mind when he really, let Sally and McQueen and the townsfolk calm him down. Even Doc Hudson got him to think of the Piston Cups as just nothing but a cup. AOTY, I ain't win. I ain't stunned about them. Can we get into the rim at the beginning of this? We know her and her lyrics and her details to everything. Rim? Really? Rim? Okay. Although he was arrogant at first, his light that he wasn't even aware of brought so much light to everyone else and brightness to Radiator Springs. They all upgraded their shops. Mater had a friend. Sally got a boo. Doc Hudson returned to the series. Like, so much became of that town just because of Lightning McQueen. On top of us having Lightning Girl, let's get into these observations and coincidences. There's something very specific with three acts, 3 hair colors, 3 eye contact colors that match these colors. Something's going on. So I went to Ross to buy something for a party, and I saw this sweater. I bought it for a friend since she gave me her Lightning McQueen shirt that she thrifted. It's like, bet, I'll return the love. I went back to return something, and I saw much, much more. I'm like, can the universe get any louder? And it did. I just made a Speed Demon video. Then, not only that, I saw another Lightning McQueen hoodie that I bought. And then I went to Kroger, I left the bathroom, and I saw this. Cars and showgirls. And look at the optical illusion, if that's how you say it. There's girls in the back that makes it look mirrored. And then there's cars at the bottom, a whole other magazine. Yeah, okay. I know I'm just rambling on, but please stick with me. I have more after this, I promise. I quit a job in June, started a new one. That job wasn't giving me enough money, so I went back to the old job just on Saturdays. I was only there for 3 Saturdays because my boss left. Anyways, I saw this on one of those Saturdays. Of all the cities and states that this could be in, this was there. Come on. I'm telling y'all, it gets crazy. My mom and I ain't been to the movies in years, okay? We finally decided to go see Weapons. This is what I see as I left. McQueen. Y'all see this, right? John Wayne. Beyonce literally sings John Wayne. It's not the same Betty Davis, but it's that. Rock. Lucille Ball. Like, y'all. And then motorcycles. And then I get home and I see more motorcycles. Then my friend posted this. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, whichever day. Come on. Okay, if y'all stuck with me, y'all stuck with me. I told you I have more. Beyonce's 44. The car says 44. Let's get into Route 44. Because Beyonce sings about it. Remember? Now, this is when I just straight up say, what the fuck? If you seen Cars, then you know the song Route 66. So if you don't have Spotify, it being dark like that means you can't play it. Why you can't play it, don't know, but you can. But look which version can be played. Get your kicks on Route 66. Mind blown. So I know y'all remember this video. Beyonce was spotted in Qatar. Look what the sign says in the back top right corner. So then I looked into it and look what they have on their page. Now, if you know my dives, I don't deep dive with political, historical side of things. It's not me. But I did see this. Your plans beyond the track, make the most of your F1 weekend in Doha. Concerts? Concerts. Concerts. Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, pays tribute to the rise and fall of the Cadillac tail fin and the American automobile culture, serving as a symbol of the American dream, and has become an interactive piece where visitors are encouraged to leave their own graffiti on the cars. Next, we have some art pieces in Marfa that may or may not mean anything. I just had to add that. I don't know why, I had to. Top picture is a picture my mom took at Prince's museum of his car. If you remember this interlude, then you'll see why I had to add this bus, which is a healing bus with gongs and much more. Pause to read. Sometimes as a deep diver, you try to find any damn thing to fit the puzzle piece. But then you see shit and you're like, oh, whoa, yeah. Everything else now is personal, so if you want to leave, you can. I went to a fashion show beginning of the month. Give it to mama is the caption here, yes? To go back to the topic of Route 66, this is from the Saints Row. Y'all not gonna take this away from me. I don't care if Beyonce didn't do it. I'ma still believe that she did. Okay? I thought it was done, but I woke up with more info. The stage gives me the side of a truck opening up. That's what it gives me. Then we have this, which is why Beyonce was in Japan and probably why her truck is so decked out on stage. And I know I'm not tripping when I say this looked like a spaceship in the sea of lights and stars. So we have Beyonce thinking about life lights. I talked about dead lights. Now we have ghost lights. What to do? Just like we rehearsed. It's the ghost. Or Marfa lights. Last but not least, and literally not least, because it is a very positive message for us all. A client of mine that I used to massage 2 to 3 years ago used to get messages as I massaged her. When I was at Club Renaissance, during the Renaissance tour, she said, explore the circle. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll walk around the circle and see what that could mean. I met some people on the right side of the circle. One of them ended up getting my picture taken by Jay-Z and Tina Knowles because she was brave enough to go do what my poster said, basically. So that occurred. Then the client said, when you see the green light, look up. I had no clue what that meant until recently. I was like, finally, let me just look it up. What does it mean? And it means, it's permission to go, do the thing, take the action. And that could very much be what Beyonce is bringing back, especially with Rebellion, with this next act. It's taking the action, taking that step, and moving forward, knowing that whatever you do, it is okay. Because you don't need to ask permission. Even though you got the permission, you didn't need to ask for it, but you got it. Toodles.